So in this lesson, I'm going to be discussing relevance and why it's important, and really this is where the money is. Okay, the money is in the relevance because ads are shown to people based off of the relevance. If you're not relevant, you're not going to make money, and you're going to lower your score on the Google ranking score. So we're going to be discussing a lot of things that are going to help you deal with that. But first here, what do we ultimately want here from Google AdWords? Okay, it's pretty simple. There's a lot of ways here that we can improve our online business. We talked about it earlier in a previous lesson. You can make more money per customer. You can get more traffic. And the other things we talked about is you can, lower your costs to obtain the customers. And that's kind of what we're talking about right here. We ultimately want the maximum profitable traffic from AdWords. And, it seems pretty self-explanatory, and it is, but what that means is, you don't want to be paying, $3 a click when you can be paying 30 cents a click. Okay, that can really eat into your profit and loss. So you want to be kind of focusing on everything here. So we want the most profitable traffic. We want the lowest average cost per click, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks here to do that. We want the highest possible converting traffic. Okay, again, all this stuff is very self-explanatory, but you really need to focus on these things moving forward. So how does this happen exactly? How do we get the most profitable traffic? How do we get how do we lower our cost per click, and so on and such forth? So the way this happens is, part of the way this happens is by striving for maximum relevance. And you can do that by targeting the right audience with the right ad copy and message, focusing on your click rate, and then focusing on your landing page conversion optimization ads to people. And these ads are not only relevant, but people are responding to them. Google wants that. They want to bring people to Google here. They want to know that Google is going to give them the best ads shown to them and the best content shown to them, so that they're going to keep coming back and using Google. So when you have a high relevance score, you're going to get ranked higher by Google, and your ad is going to be shown to more people, and ultimately you're going to be able to get more sales and conversions. So right here I want to focus on singular settings, and when you do singular settings, you're going to get the maximum profit. Okay, so what do I mean by singular settings? So an example would be having your ad, because when you have the Google AdWords, you can show your campaign to the entire world. Anybody that has Google can look at it, your ad, if you want that. Or you can break it down to a specific country. You can do it by zip code. You can do it by state or region, or whatever you want. So an example would be, instead of showing it to all of the English-speaking countries, you would just break it down to just showing it to the United States. And this will help your relevancy score get bumped up. Okay, so another example here is, and this is really important, is you want to keep your per ad group. Okay, you have the campaign level in your AdWords account, and then the next level below that is you have ad groups. Okay, you can have multiple ad groups per campaign, and by sticking to one keyword per ad group, you're able to break it down to a more finite level. And the reason that you do this, guys, is because this gives you more control of the message and your ad copy that you're putting in front of your audience. Because let's say you're doing an ad and you want to show it to Canadian people as well as United States people. Well, the message that you're putting in front, your ad copy that you're putting in front of the people in the United States might need to be different than what you're putting in front of people in Canada or Australia. Even though they're speaking the same language, the culture might be different. Okay, different words that you can use in your ad copy, they'll respond to differently. So that's one reason. The other reason is you're going to have more control over tracking. You're going to be able to track things better if you just have one keyword or a singular setting here per ad group, so you can really break it down and see what's working. Because if you group all these things together, like Canada and Australia and the United States and Great Britain, you're going to not be able to tell, am I getting the most bang for my buck out of, the people in the United States or Canada or what have you, if you're putting them all in the same ad group. And the other thing here is it's going to give you a higher relevancy score. Again, when you do all these things, when you have a message that you're putting in front of the people in the United States, and then tailoring your message for people in Canada, you're going to get a higher relevancy score.